everybody, it's Charlie from Daily Motor. Typically, out here on a bike ride like this, you'd see me in my bright green high-vis Helite Turtle 2 that I've had for a few years now, and theoretically speaking is helping me be seen out on the roads when I'm riding, as well as protect me if I were to get into an accident. But recently, I've been riding this 2023 Honda CRF 300L to awesome places like this. If you look around, I'm on top of a huge mountain chain right now, not too far from my house. And I'm sporting a Helite backpack. This is the H-MOOV from Helite, and there's a lot to talk about with it. This is actually an electronically triggered backpack here that has the Helite Airbag technology built into it. It's got a lot of cool features. I've been testing it out here for about a month or so, and I've really liked having it as a complement to my Helite Turtle. Right now I've got two bikes in the stable. We've got this Honda CRF 300L, and then I've also got the BMW K1600G Grand America. And I typically ride with the Turtle 2 on the Grand America, but when I'm on this, especially if I'm going to be doing dirt road stuff like this, I like to wear the backpack. So I'm actually going to head out of this wind a little bit and the sunshine, go down into a little bit of shade. We'll talk a little bit about what the H-MOOV does for me and could do for you. All right, here we go. It's going to be a little bit cooler for me. So, the Helite H-MOOV. I was impressed right out of the box with this thing. I spoke with Helite and I was like, hey, you know, the Turtle 2 is good, but we should collab again. We should do another something or other, and I'd be interested in trying one of your electronic triggers, because the Turtle 2 that I have would mount up to the bike via the mechanical pull, and I'd have I'd have a connection to the bike, and that does have its advantages. That does make it so if you're traveling at a low speed, lower than this electronic trigger can detect, it's about 15 miles per hour or so, it would still inflate. If you had something like a low side, there's a better chance of it inflating before you hit the ground. But this electronically triggered model has GPS and accelerometer data in it and G-meter data, and if it detects that you have an accident, it's going to inflate and it's going to protect all around your vital organs, just like the Helite 2 does, which I'll show you the demo inflation right here. Now I'm getting off the bike. There it is.
Wow.
That's tight. My head is, yeah, very, I should have done it with my helmet on, but I can imagine how tight my helmet would be in here. And it's lasting too. So you're still gonna get that same sort of technology going in the back here. It straps up via the two straps. It wears just like a backpack, and you turn it on right here. That's actually the sound of it turning off, and then 1, 2, 3, turn it back on, and you just throw it on and wear it like a backpack. It's a little on the heavier side because you do have the replaceable CO2 cartridge in here. You do have the airbag bladder, but it's a lot more than just an airbag, and that's what I've actually appreciated about it. As I took it out of its kind of coverings and box and started looking at all the features, I'm like, oh wow, that's really cool. I'm actually going to switch over to my head-mounted unit, because as much as I like showing you all the high def from the phone here, I'm going to want two hands. So starting off in the front pocket here, pretty much normal backpack pocket. You do have a lot of different little zippers and places to store things, phones, keys, or whatever. You can see I've actually got my microphone going in here. Pro tip on how I get some high quality audio there. Some pencil holders, a little bit more pockets in there. So that's pretty standard fare backpack material right there. That's no big surprise. Then this pocket, another little pocket to put things. Again, no big surprises there. It's nice to have. Opening up the main, it's actually not a pocket at all. This is an expander here, and this makes it so you can expand the total area inside the backpack, the total storageability, if you will. So that's definitely nice to have. I think I used that, oh, what was I picking up? I picked up, as odd as it is to hear, picked up a pie dish for Alyssa off Facebook Marketplace and expanded the backpack and was able to fit two of them in there. Then you open up this main section, and that's where you get some real deal backpack going on. You've got a big old pocket up here in the front, almost like a laptop-y sort of padded pocket right there. That's nice to have. So again, all that very standard fare backpack. Then you start to get into some of the party pieces here on the H-MOOV. Up top, right in this pocket, you get a little bag, and this is going to totally unfurl and allow you to put this over the backpack and then do one of two things. I think it helps it be waterproof. Is this the waterproofing one? Yeah, this is the part that goes all the way around and will actually make the backpack 100% waterproof. That's nice to have if you're someone who often gets stuck in the rain. Shouldn't be too much of an issue for us today out here in SoCal, but definitely good to have that, keep your things dry. And then I think it's on the very bottom. Yep, on the bottom you've got another nifty thing they've got. This is a bungee in order to hold a helmet, so you can actually clip this up on the top. Then I could put a helmet right here and it would hold it on the outside. I mean, that's really clever, and I appreciate, because it's honestly probably a function that I'm not really going to use very often, but it just kind of folds away up here into the bottom and you'd never even know that it's in there, just wearing it around like a normal backpack. So very unintrusive, but I appreciate that there's a spot to keep it so you don't get into a situation where you're like, oh man, I wish I had that on me. Next party piece of the H-MOOV is the ability to entirely remove this backpack portion. So I can unzip this, and then this backpack cargo space can be stored away, and you could just wear this as a super lightweight, essentially just vest with the airbag functionality and this water bag pocket. So right now I've got a 3-liter water bladder in here that's attached and runs into this hose that goes up to the front, allows me to drink while I'm riding. But you can get this cover that zips on and then just functions only as a lighter weight version of this airbag protection. And then when it's a day like today and I want a little bit more storage ability, I simply zip this back on, zip it all the way up, and then I'm running like a full backpack. So you can tell that they knew that they're like, hey, we can't just make an backpack and then ship it out with an airbag and charge nearly $1,000 for it. We got to make it a really usable tool and piece of equipment here, and that's what Helite has done. I've really appreciated that. It does have a hard back protector in the back. It's not as large and intensive a back protector as the Turtle 2, but again, with typically if you're wearing some sort of riding vest like I am, you've got a back protector in already, and then you've got the airbag ability as well. What else? You do have a small little pocket right here on the left strap, and I've appreciated that because that's where I keep my phone. I can slide my phone right in there, and then it's nice, easy to get to, even though some of my pockets are covered by the backpack. And these are reflector strips around the backpack, so even though this is the black model, and I think you can get a high-vis version as well, I'll throw a pic of that up here, but even though this is the black version, you still get reflector strips around here. So if you're riding, hopefully drivers light you up and they can help see you a little bit. So I'm being 100% with you guys when I say that when I first received this from Helite, I was like, all right, that's cool. Let's, we'll show it off, and I'll probably just keep using my Turtle and everything. But I reach for this thing pretty darn regularly. And another reason that I wanted it was actually not just for myself, but also for Alyssa. I wanted her to be able to ride on the back of my motorcycles with me and have something to wear that protected her without her having to be tethered onto the bike. So now she can simply throw on this Helite backpack, I can wear my Turtle too, and then we're both protected in the event of an accident. I do have a full breakdown video on how the Helite systems work and why I think they're so great. But for a super quick rundown, I like them because when I'm riding around, if I were to get thrown off the bike, it's going to inflate and go around my vitals and kind of keep my head from flailing around. It sort of braces your helmet. And unlike a lot of brands, if you accidentally or from an accident inflate this, maybe even purposely, all you got to do is swap out the CO2 cartridge and then you're on the road again. You don't have to send it in and pay money in order to get this thing rehabbed. It deflates and then you're ready to go again. So it's one of my must-have pieces of equipment whenever I go out riding, even if I'm maybe skimping on my riding shoes or my jeans or anything like that. I've always got my Helite, either my Turtle 2 or now this Helite H-MOOV backpack. So check the link in the description if you want to pick one up for yourself. I know it's expensive, but when you're talking about your life, when you're talking about your well-being and your ability to do fun things and do them safely, it's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer for me. So thank you all so much for watching. Shout out to Helite for hooking us up with some of their newest and best equipment here. I'm a big fan. And we'll see you on the next one. I'm Charlie from Daily Motor, and as always, ride on.